Louisville, the Cardinals preview, Chris. We'll start it off here on the offensive side of the ball. Look, Jeff Brom and the Cardinals were a pleasant surprise last year, winning 10 games and making an ACC championship appearance. It kind of fizzled out late in the year. But look, Brom gets Texas transfer Tyler Shuck, who has been around college football forever. Started his career at Oregon, transferred to Texas Tech. He's been around for a while. Okay. He's coming off a broken fibula last year, right? But when he plays, he's an electric playmaker that should benefit from Brom's electric play calling, right? Look, Shuck's going to look to the Bama transfer, Ja'Cory Brooks, and also Chris Bell, one of their best receivers from last year, to be the top receiving options. Chris Bell wasn't their best, but he was their second leading receiver from last year. I believe it was Jamari Thrash. So still a good option for him. The run game, that's where things are they're losing a couple of really talented running backs off last year's team, but they're going to look to lean on Miami transfer Donald Chaney, who had 480 yards last year and 2 touchdowns, as well as Maurice Turner, who was with the Cardinals, and he had 300 yards and a touchdown as well. So, they're going to probably look to throw the ball a little more this year, I would imagine, and have more of a running back by committee approach. So we'll see how all that plays out for the offense. The offensive line also replaces 3 starters. All right, so this is going to get really interesting for them. I think they did a great job last year. They had a lot of transfers. They were able to make it gel in year 1 with Jeff Brom. I think it's still going to be a really good offense this year. Chris, tell me a little bit about the defense.
Yeah, you spoke about the offense. The defense is what carried them mostly last season to those 10 wins. Hats off the offense, but defense, man, only gave up 21.3 points per game last year. That was top 34 in the country. That's pretty damn good. Brom gets a lot of credit, right? We watched him coach over at Purdue and take them to a Big Ten title game. But defensive coordinator, I think is it Ron English? I think is his name. Man, this guy coached them up last year. Like I said, they played Notre Dame, they played Florida State, they played some tough teams last year, and actually the defense held them in those games. The big thing, though, transfer portal. You talked about it. They killed it last year. They killed it again. I think they end up finishing like 13th or something like that. That's really good for Louisville. They do get back star pass rusher, though, Ashton Gillette. I think I'm saying that right. Coming off an 11-sack season. That is huge. They also return both safeties, Devin Neal and Ben Perry, along with Quincy Riley, one of the other corners. And I think they got another transfer from Central Florida. The secondary should be really, 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 really good for Louisville this season. Christian, let's pull up the predictions there, or the schedule, I should say, not predictions. I'm going to give you my prediction here, and I'm going to tell you why I'm right, and you're going to be wrong. Here's the deal. There we go. I have Louisville going 7-5. Now I know that's not, great after a 10-win season, right? People are going to be disappointed. If you disagree with me, put it in the comments. I read them. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. So can Christian. Christian's even a bigger boy than I am. Here's my losses though, Christian. I'm going to rattle them off here. I have them to Notre Dame, SMU, Miami, Clemson, and Kentucky. I know people are laughing at the SMU pick. SMU brings back a lot of talent this year. I think that'll be a really good game. I also think Notre Dame is a very good football team this year, rated in most people's preseason top 10. Miami, we've talked about them on this channel. We've done a preview. If not, go check that one out. I think Miami's going to have a good season. Clemson, another team that's on the road. I think we'll have a good year this year too. And Kentucky. I think that's always a good rivalry game. I'm going to lean Kentucky this year. So give me 7-5, Christian. I want to hear your thoughts on this one, though.
Yeah, Chris, I thought we would agree on this, but I see you have fallen and hit your head. And that does happen with age, right? Because I got them going 10-2.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got them going 10-2.
Wow. Okay.
Just thinking about it, they got to travel to play at Notre Dame. I could understand that. They played Miami at home, right? Play at Clemson. Again, I like Jeff Brom. I like this team. He's got a ton of transfers. I think the defense is going to be even better than they were last year. I think the offense, they're going to be able to still put up some points. It may not look as sexy, at times. I understand last year, hey, they weren't the most dynamic team on offense. But, Chris, I like them going with 2 losses, right? I mean, you look at the rest of their schedule, right? Yeah, they got to travel to play at Kentucky. I get all that. They beat Notre Dame last year. And as I recall, that game really wasn't all that close when they beat Notre Dame. So I think they could still do that. They could still relatively be healthy. I think the midpoint of the year against Miami, that's the loss I got them penciled in for. And then at Clemson, like I said, I'm very high on Miami this year. I know this is a Louisville video, but I think following a 10-win season up with another 10-win season, that's the expectations. That's what Louisville fans are wanting. They want to start saying it's football season, not wait till basketball season.